Let's just do that. I think we're both lying down. And I don't think anyone's joining, which is okay. But if you want to find your yoga mode, I'll count us down.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I'm gonna start in three, two, one. Let's start. All right. So let's relax on the floor. Rest your legs, rest your arms, however you like. Mine are out like a T. You can rest at your sides. You can close your eyes for these first 5 minutes or so. And let's take our three centering breaths together. So let's breathe in through the nose. Feel your chest open and expand. And then breathe out through the mouth, sink down into your mat. Feeling your chest and your belly contract. Okay, once again, let's breathe in. Feel your back against your mat. Maybe your shoulder blades contract a little bit. Then breathe out, sink even deeper into your mat. All right, last deep breath. Let's breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. As usual, let's relax head to toe. Go at your own pace. Let's just lie here. You hear sounds around you or things happening around you. Just let them be. I want you to focus on just your breath, breathing in and out, wherever your breath feels strongest for you. So just find that anchor point or find that home base to come back to. So let's check in, see where you are. If you were thinking about something, that's okay. Again, just using this as a checking point to come back. You're just lying down on your mat, breathing, just coming back to our practice. All right, as we slowly end this first part, let's reach our arms overhead. Let's point the toes at the bottom. Ooh. Gently begin to open your eyes. as the sun slowly begins its own morning, literally. Okay, I'm gonna grab my right wrist with my left hand and lean over to the left. Let's stretch out the right side of our body. And then let's get the other side. Let's grab our left wrist and lean over to the right and open up the left side of our body. Ooh. All right, coming back to center. Let's slowly sit up. Take your time. I'm gonna grab my leg to use the weight of my leg to sit up. It doesn't matter. We're gonna open with a spine twist. You can either, let's stick our left leg out. Okay, plant our right foot on the outside of the left leg. And let's hug our right knee with our left arm. Yeah, I definitely feel that in my glute. You can plant the right hand on, on the floor, but just behind you, or your right fingertips turning. All right, let's take one deep breath on both sides. Let's breathe in. And as you breathe out, give yourself one last push, turning the chin towards the right shoulder. And let's get the other side. So coming back to center, right leg is out in front. Gently getting the left foot into place. Let's wrap our right arm around our left knee. Let's twist in the opposite direction. Yeah, let's repeat that deep breath on this side. So let's breathe in through the nose. And then breathing out to the mouth, giving ourselves one last push to get the most out of that twist as we can. And let's gently release. And then let's do our cobbler pose for the inner thighs. So I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together in front of me and pull my heels in, letting the knees drop down to the mat. I'm just going to lean forward like a hinge towards my feet and my heels. Still gently leaning forward. Right. Round out my back to get every last millimeter out of the stretch. Ooh. All right. Let's come back to cross-legged position. Let's get a sitting side stretch. I know we already did it while lying down. Let's start on the left. So plant the left palm on the mat, and then reach the right arm overhead, looking up. Yeah, remember to keep the right sit bone planted. Yeah, active reach. Just because your arm and your hand's in position, don't just leave it there. Continually reach with that right arm, right hand, right fingertips. And then let's gently bring the left hand back up top. And then let's come down to the right side. Reach with those left fingertips. And just like the other side, active reach with the left arm. Reaching, 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 feeling the stretch go all the way down your left side. And then let's bring the right arm back up top. Gently bring the hands together in front of us. All right, let's stand up. Oh, let's get our hamstrings. Maybe lift to our knees, crack in the process. Okay, nice wide stance. Okay, it's a classic. We love this one. Start with reaching the arms up towards the ceiling. And then as you breathe out, swan dive forward. Ooh. And looking back behind you, just letting the arms and head dangle. You can fold your arms if that's comfortable for you. And if your arms are folded, just rock side to side. All right, let's go for stage two. So let's take the hands and clasp them behind your lower back. And let's reach the arms towards the front of the room or towards the ceiling. Ugh. Say hello to the shoulders. Ooh. Hamstrings are quite tight this morning. So let's take a couple more moments in this position. Let's release the hands. Let's plant the right palm on the floor. And then open up the left shoulder and the chest. Left fingertips are reaching for the ceiling. Ooh. Okay, we're stretching a lot of things here. Hamstrings are still going. Opening up the chest. Kind of feel that on the with my wrist that's on the floor. Even my neck. And then as you breathe out, let's bring the left arm down to the ground. Let's switch sides. The left palm is planted. Right fingertips are reaching up to the ceiling. Chin and gaze is turned towards the ceiling as well. Okay, and press that left palm and left arm into the floor. Give me a nice vertical line with your arms. And then just like the other side, as you breathe out, gently bring that right arm down. And rather than come up, let's turn 90 degrees towards our right. Okay, you can turn the right toes towards, or turn them right as well. Get off the left heel. We're in a lunge position. Okay, you can turn your right foot out or move it out to the right. I'm going to plant my palms on the left side of my right foot. Okay, lower the pelvis if you can, a little bit lower. Stretching out the right hamstring. And then from here, let's lower the left knee down, untuck the left foot, bring the torso and arms up. Let's get one for the hip flexors. You can even bring the arms up towards the ceiling. Okay, really rotate your hip and your pelvis forward. You should feel that in your left hip flexor. Ooh. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's gently bring the hands back down to the ground. Plant the palms if you'd like. And then let's get back on the left toes, bring the left knee off the floor. And then let's rotate back to center. Okay, that right foot rotates as well. And then in one motion, just rotate to the left. So now we're in a lunge position to the left. Okay, the back knee or the right knee is still off the mat at this point. We're just enjoying the stretch in our left hamstring. All right, now let's lower that right knee and right foot. Coming up to stretch out the right hip flexor now. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna rotate the hip forward. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the hands back down. Getting back on the right toes, lifting the right knee. We're in a low lunge position. And then gently coming back to center. Okay, legs are straight, toes are facing the long side of the mat once again. All right, let's let that upper body dangle. Now let's slowly come up on our 10 count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ooh, all right. Let's bring the feet back together. Whew, below hamstrings. Let's do some basic stretching. Let's do a shoulder and tricep stretch. I'm going to start with my left. So my left arm is across the top, chest. Ooh. Let's hold this for 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides. Now the right arm is across the top of our chest. Just pulling in the right arm. Feeling that right shoulder open up a little bit. Ooh. Okay, let's release the right arm. Let's get the left arm behind our head, pulling the left elbow. Feel free to lean towards the right if you want to add a little side stretch. All right, let's release the right arm. Release the left arm. Let's get the right arm behind our head. And then same thing, once you're pulling on the right elbow, feel free to lean towards the right. Ooh. Okay, let's release that right elbow. Let's do a standing side stretch. Our arms are basically in the air already, but now reach the fingertips towards the ceiling, looking through your hands. And let's start on the right side. So I'm going to drop the right arm down. And then as I kick out my left hip, pretend like you're trying to reach the ground with your right arm. Left arm reaches over your head and body. Feel the stretch. Go all the way down your side to your hip. Okay. We're gonna hold this for good. Let's go for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring that right hand back up top. And then let's drop the left arm down, kicking out the right hip. Ooh. 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 And just like the sitting version, active stretch. Continually reach for the ceiling. One last reach here. And let's bring the left arm back up at the top. And then drop the hands down to heart center and keep them at your chest. Let's go into Malasana for the lower body. So medium stance, toes facing out about 45 degrees, and then keeping your chest and head up. Lower yourself down to the ground. As you look at other people in your house eating breakfast, wondering why they didn't prepare you a breakfast. Yeah, I'm still lowering down, feeling the inner thighs, really feeling the lower half of my body at large. Ooh. Uh, all right, let's push out my knees with my elbows. And I'm going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna support myself to come on up. Oh my goodness. Oof. All right, let's do a split leg hamstring stretch. Okay, heels are in line, left toes are facing forward, arms are back up top. Then we're gonna swan dive over the straight left leg. Side. Yeah, and since we're stretching out the left hamstring, drive the right heel towards the left ankle, squaring up the hips. Okay. Imagine that there's a string from the top of your head to your left toes. You're trying to shorten that string. Okay, as you breathe out, relax the body. See if you can lower yourself. All right, let's bend the left knee and come on up. I'm just going to rotate 180 degrees. Okay. Heels are in line, right toes are facing forward. I'm going to add the arms up top. And let's swan dive gently over the right leg. Ooh, this side, as usual, is much tighter than the left. But we're going to stretch it out nonetheless, driving the left hip towards the right ankle. Shortening that string at the top of our head. All right, let's bend the right knee and come on out. Oh, very nice. All right, let's do some moving options. So I'm going to come to the front of my mat, standing up nice and tall. Let's bring the arms up. Let's do 2 swan dives. So swan dive forward, back is straight, hands are reaching for the ground. Coming up to flat back, resting the hands on the knees. And then as you breathe out, rounding out your back, letting your hands drop down, and then reverse swan dive. Okay, hands are at the top. Let's do one more. Swan dive down. Hands are almost reaching flat on the floor now. Up to flat back, hands are on the knees. Rounding up the back, reaching down to the ground once again, and then reverse swan dive. Right, hands are at the top. Swan dive down. Controlling it as you come down. Up to flat back. And then as you round at your back here, let's plant both palms and step back to plank. All right. Let's chaturanga down, elbows are at your sides and come into upward dog. Okay, we're on the palms of the hands and tops of the feet. Let's transition back into plank and you'll push up here into downward dog. Yeah, we all know I love stretching of the calves in our first downward dog of the day, so let's just do that. So bicycle the legs. Okay, if you want to hold a particular leg for a little bit, that's okay. If you want to stay in motion, get a little ballistic stretching for the calves. I think that's what feels good to me. But keep the palms planted, fingertips spread, really push your chest towards your toes. And we're still bicycling the legs here, opening up our calves. All right, let's do a sun salutation and into our crescent pose prayer twist. So let's step the feet towards the hands. And then once the feet are together, reverse swan dive. Okay, we're controlling it. It's not about speed. Hands are at the top. Swan dive down. Okay, hopefully your hamstrings are pretty open now. Coming up to flat back. And then breathing out, planting both palms, stepping back to plank. Get chaturanga down into an upward dog. Back to plank, push up here. Come into another downward dog. All right, let's come to a crescent pose. So bring both feet together. Let's start with the right leg. So float the right leg up into the air. And then let's swing the right leg through and plant it in front. And then bring the arms and torso up. Okay, that back heel is off the mat, but it's reaching for the mat. Okay, hopefully your front knee is tracking over your front ankle. Both arms are reaching up towards the ceiling. And that left hip is definitely stretching out. From here, let's go into a prayer twist. So bring the palms together in front. Press the left elbow into the right knee. Hands are stacked. Feeling that right quad and that right glute keep us up. It's also stretching somehow. Feels so good. I think it feels good. Hopefully you do too. Whew. All right, let's bring that left elbow out. Let's bring the arms back up top. All right, let's bring the hands back down. Bring that right leg back into a plank, and let's add a side arm balance. So let's rotate onto our right side. Okay, if you want to keep both feet planted for a little balance, left arm reaches up. Want to stack the left foot on the right leg, that works too. We'll come down in 3, 2, 1. Bring that left palm back down. Let's chaturanga down. Upward dog. Back to plank. Let's do sun salutation. Stepping the feet towards the hands. And reverse swan dive. The hands are at the top. Swan dive down. Flat back. Whew. And exhaling, rounding at the back, planting both palms once again. Let's step back to our plank position. Chaturanga down. Upward dog. back to plank, push up here, returning down dog, shoulders cracking. All right, feet together. Let's get the other side. So we're going to float the left heel into the air and then swing the left leg through and plant it in front and come into our crescent pose on the left. Okay, right heel is reaching for the mat. Left knee is tracking over the left ankle. All right, let's bring the hands to heart center and transition into our prayer twist on the left. All right, let's hold this another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Returning into our crescent pose. Okay, we're going to add a little side arm balance. So bring the hands back down, plant both palms. Left leg comes back to plank, and then rotate onto your left arm. Right hand reaches up to the ceiling for side arm balance on the left. And we'll hold this for another 3, 2, and 1. Bring that right hand back down to plank, and let's chaturanga down. Let's lower the whole body onto the ground. Let's do a cobra. Let's give the shoulders a break. So push the floor away. Bring the chest and torso up. You should feel the stretch in your belly and your core. All right. Oh, let's lower ourselves back down gently. Nice and easy. Ooh. Let's do a quick warrior sequence. So, okay, come back onto the toes. Push yourself back up to plank and transition into another downward dog. Okay, we're still in downward dog. It's a classic. It's kind of the core of this part of the sequence. All right, let's do warrior 1. So feet and legs together. We're back on the right side. So quickly float the right heel up into the air. And then swing the right leg forward. Ooh, stubbing my toe. And come into warrior 1 on the right. Okay. Back heel is down, arms are up. Right knee is tracking over the right ankle. Ugh. Yeah, let's take one deep breath here and let's settle in. And then as you breathe out, see if you can get a little bit lower, really work that right quad. And then let's go to warrior 2, arms front and back. Okay, palms and arms are parallel to the ground. All right, let's dip back into reverse warrior. So left hand is on the back leg. Right arm is reaching over our body and towards the back of the room. All right, let's bring our arms back to parallel and let's straighten up that front leg. And let's do a straight leg triangle pose. So let's reach towards the front of the room with our right arm. And you can reach no further, drop the right hand either on the inside on or on the outside part of the right leg. Left fingertips are reaching for the ceiling. Okay, it's a straight leg version of our usual move. It's a little gentler on the right quad, but hopefully you feel the stretch in your right hamstring. All right, let's bring the torso and arms back up. And then bend that front knee, returning to our standard warrior two. And then let's undo everything. So dip back into reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. And let's swing that left arm forward up for warrior one. And then as your arms and torso come down, that back heel comes up, plant both palms. Right leg comes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down. Do an upward dog. To the sun salutation. So back to plank, and then step the feet towards the hands. And then reverse swan dive. Hands are at the top. Swan dive down. Up to flat back. Breathing out, rounding at the back, planting both palms down. Let's step back into our plank position and chaturanga down. Upward dog. Back to plank, push up here if you'd like. Returning to downward dog. And let's repeat that warrior to triangle pose sequence on the left. So feet and legs together. Float the left heel into the air. And let's swing that left leg forward, planted in front. The back heel now planted on the mat, arms and torso come up. Okay, make sure that front knee is tracking over the front ankle. Let's go arms front and back. Warrior two. Ooh. Left quad is definitely tired, but that's okay. Let's dip back into reverse warrior. Okay, back to warrior two. And once again, let's straighten up that front leg, relieve some of the work on that left quad, and then reach forward with our left arm. We can reach no more. Drop the left arm down to the ground. Right fingertips and right arm reaches up for the ceiling. Turn the chin and look up towards the ceiling. Okay, hopefully you feel a little bit more of a stretch in the left hamstring. Opening up that right shoulder. All right, and then let's bring the left hand back off the ground. Arms are parallel, looking forward. Let's bend that left knee, returning to warrior two. All right, dipping back into reverse warrior. And then back to warrior two. And then swing that right arm forward and up for warrior one. And then as the arms and torso come down, that back heel comes up, plant both palms. Left leg steps back to plank. Let's chaturanga down. Upward dog. All right, one more sun salutation, back to plank. Step the feet towards the hands. And then reverse swan dive. So the hands are at the top. Whew. And then from here, let's go into chair pose. So just lowering our bodies down. Oof. I'm sorry. Arms stretching up. I don't know why I kept my hands on my chest. Ooh. We all know what chair pose is. Unless you forget like I just did. All right, arms are straight up. Let's straighten up our whole body. Let's get off the heels, balancing on just our toes, reaching for the ceiling with our hands, reaching, reaching, reaching. Turn towards the camera. Woo. Then from here, let's do a twisting chair pose.
So lowering our heels back down, bringing the hands back to center, and let's do chair pose, twisting chair pose on the left. So pressing the right elbow into the left knee. And just like prayer twist, hands are stacked, the left elbow is facing the ceiling. All right, let's come back to center. Let's straighten up our bodies for a second time. Returning to the ball of our feet and our toes, balancing. Arms are reaching for the ceiling. And we're still breathing. All right, and let's lower the heels down, hands back at heart center, and let's even it out with a twisting chair pose on the right. And then let's bring the hands back to center and straightening up our bodies for a third and final time. Reaching up, getting off the heels. All right, and let's lower the heels down. Bring the hands back to center. Let's sit down. Let's do some stretching on the ground in our last third. Oh. And I like to always start with table. So let's plant our feet in front of us, plant the palms behind us, and prop yourself up into a table, pressing your pelvis and your hips towards the ceiling. Okay, and also push the floor away with your arms. Don't let your head sink into the shoulders. Get the head away from the shoulders so you can press the chest up towards the ceiling as well. Feel the stretch in your shoulders, your bicep, almost all the way down to your thumbs. All right, let's lower ourselves back down. And then keeping the lower half of our body where it is, let's lie down on our backs. Let's do bridge. I'm going to do a supported bridge today, but you don't have to. I'm going to keep my palms and forearms on the mat, and then rolling onto my shoulders, pushing my hips towards the ceiling with my feet. So my feet are pressed into the mat. Okay, don't let the knees bow out. Pretend like you're holding a ball in between your knees. Hopefully you feel the hamstrings and the glutes work. Ooh. And let's control it. So one vertebra at a time. So every vertebra should make contact with your mat on the way down. Control, control, control. You might feel a little shaky, or rather I feel shaky, but I just attribute that to my muscles working. I'm still coming down. Ooh, and now I'm all the way down. Let's stretch out our glutes. I'm going to keep my left foot planted, bringing my right ankle onto my left knee. Whew. Let's pull and grab our left leg or our left shin. I already begin to feel that in my right glute. Ugh. I think I'm going to go for 4 breaths instead of 3. I need this week. So let's do our 4 long exhales. So let's breathe in through the nose. And breathe out to the mouth. Number 2, let's breathe in. And then long breath out. Okay, 2 more, let's breathe in. And breathe out to the mouth. All right, 1 more deep breath. So let's breathe into the nose and out to the mouth. Let's release the left leg. Let's get that right foot planted. Left heel is on the right knee. Grabbing our right shin. Let's do our 4 breaths. Let's breathe into the nose and out to the mouth. Ooh. Okay, number 2, let's breathe in. Breathe out to the mouth. Oh my goodness. Feel that left glute stretch out. All right, 2 more, breathing in. And then releasing. All right, last breath. Really go for the gold here. Breathing into the nose. Then really breathing into that left glute as you exhale. All right, let's let go of the right shin. Get the left ankle off the right knee. Let's hug in our right knee towards our chest. Let's do a supine twist. And let's pull the right knee over to the left side of our body and extend out our right arm to the right, looking towards the right, and feel your spine twist. Okay, and every time you breathe out, relax the right knee and the right arm. Really relax the whole body. See if you can make contact with both your right hand and your right knee to the ground. Feel that in my right glute as well. All right, let's take 1 more breath here. Okay. And then gently bring that right leg back to center. We're all back on our backs. And let's hug the left knee in, enjoying that little stretch. All right, and let's pull the left knee over to the right side of our body. Extend out the left arm to the left. Just like every other stretch, as you continue to breathe, relax the body, let the stretch get deeper. Left knuckles are all making contact with the ground. All right, we're gonna bring the left leg back to center. We're gonna stand our backs for happy baby. So let's bring both legs up into the air. And let's grab the outside parts of our feet, pulling our knees in towards our underarms. I definitely feel that in the inner thighs, but also focus on how your spine feels against your mat as you rock left to right. Okay, doesn't have to be very much, but just focus on the spine, releasing the spine. Ugh. All right, then you use the weight of your legs to sit up. We're gonna continue on the spine. Let's do cat cow. Hold up my mat first. A little cushion. Ooh. All right, so get on all fours. Untuck the toes. Knees are underneath the hips. The palms are underneath the shoulders. And let's do 5 breath cycles. So as you breathe in, bring the chest down to the ground, and the head and the bottom up. You can even turn the chin and look up. And then as you exhale, go in the other direction. So head is down. And then bring the spine up towards the ceiling. Okay, inhale, head up. And exhale, head down. Okay, push the floor away with those palms, arms are straight. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. Okay, inhale, head up. That's 4. And then exhale, head back down. And last cycle. Inhale, head up. And then exhale, head back down. Then come in a neutral spine. And then if you rolled up your mat, you unravel it. Okay, and for our last pose, let's do a pigeon. I'm going to start in a quick plank position and then bring my right leg forward so my right shin is 90 degrees from the rest of my body. Ugh. And just settling in, finding the stretch on the right side. Oof. And let's hold this for another 30 to 40 seconds. I'll let you know. We'll add the left quad stretch and then we'll hit the other side. And then we'll go into our closing sequence. Ooh. All right, let's plant the palms in front and then gently push that torso back up in the air and then reach back behind us to add the left quad stretch. And go for the over the toe variation to get the top of my foot as well. And let's hold this for, let's go for 10 seconds. This quad needs some stretching. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release my left foot. Plant both palms in front. Return my right leg back to plank. And then that left foot or left leg comes forward. Tucking my right foot. Feeling my left side stretch out now.
Ooh, we're still stretching out, still relaxing, breathing into it. Let's plant both palms in front, push our torso back up into the air. Let's add the right quad stretch. Ooh. All right, just like the other side, we're going to do a 10 count here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's release. All right, let's come into a child's pose as we begin to close today's practice. So knees are about as wide as your mat. Arms are forward, forearms on the ground. Rest your forehead or your temples on the mat. And just let your breath settle. Um, hmm. So let's take a deep breath in through the nose. As you breathe out, come forward out of child's pose. And then rotate onto your back. Or corpse pose. Uh, and arms are at your sides. Legs are relaxed. Torso's relaxed. Let's go for a full minute. You can close your eyes if you haven't already. And just scan your body. See how you feel. Hey, that was about a minute. Let's reach the arms overhead and give ourselves a nice morning stretch. Ooh, you want to yawn? Look at that. Wriggling side to side. Getting ready to end today's practice. Okay, let's roll on to one side and take a moment for yourself and rest your head and face on your hands. All right, whichever arm is on top, plant that palm, and then push yourself back in to a cross leg position. All right.
Sit up tall, lengthen your spine. Let's do our 3 audible breaths. So let's breathe into the nose and breathe out with some sound. Number 2, let's breathe into the nose. Breathe out with some sound. One, let's breathe in. Breathe out with some sound. Bring our hands to our hearts. You may repeat after me if you'd like. May you have clear and kind intention. Let's bring our hands to our foreheads. May you have clear and kind thoughts. Let's return our hands to our lips. May you have clear and kind communication. And then resting our hands at our hearts. And as always, the light in me celebrates and honors the light in you. Namaste.
Thank you. Oh, here, stop. Okay.
Fire watch.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you for joining, as always.
All right.
All right.
Have a good week.
On to the week.
All right. Thank you.